You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Williams versus Glover, Jr.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Yay. Ms. Williams, you say you are furious that Mr. Glover is denying paternity of your 10-month-old son, Ralph. You claim Mr. Glover is an irresponsible man-child who would rather play mind games than be a father. And you intend to prove paternity today, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Glover, you say Ms. Williams is a promiscuous groupie who hatched a complicated plan to trap you into accepting her child in order to cash in on your rap career. Yes. You say there is no way you fathered her child, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Williams, what do you mean by he'd rather play mind games?
Well, Your Honor, let me tell you about Mr. Glover right here. He plays a lot of mind games, and when he wants to go out and do things...
Hold on, one at a time.
When he wants to go out and be with other women and lie and cheat, then he starts to argue and say, well, hey, that's not my baby anyway. I don't have to sit around.
I want to understand the nature of your relationship. How did you two meet?
I was doing videos. I'm a famous entertainer, so I was doing videos in apartments that she was staying in. You know, so everybody know me around.
You a famous entertainer?
Yeah, I'm a famous entertainer. City, state to state, I'm everywhere.
I know that's right.
You know.
With your bling on and everything.
Because I play no games.
I know that's right.
She played too many games.
He play a lot of games, Your Honor.
Stop trying to ride my fame, man. Just be real. You just trying to ride my fame.
Ride your fame. Nobody wants to ride. What rapper is you, Ralph?
I'm a rapper in the city, and state to state riding.
You're an irresponsible man who needs to man up and take care of your child. And we're going to prove today that you are the father of Ralph.
But first thing, you got to make sure this is my child. First thing. What you mean?
You knew you was for sure when you made him December 22nd. It was a planned thing.
All right.
You taught us so many.
Hold on. So I still haven't gotten to the nature of this relationship.
The nature of this relationship, when we first met, we were friends.
You were friends.
After he discovered that I was something that he wanted, he took me off the market, knowing that I had a whole nother sugar daddy taking care of me.
Oh.
Why she trying to ride the wave? Look, don't ride my wave.
Ride the wave and you planning the baby. You planning the baby because the mind games kicked in. He
All right,
come home.
So I want to understand this. Did you break it off with your sugar daddy?
No.
And they prove right there that it ain't my baby, because she ain't break it off with nobody. She was fumbling around all in the city. I don't know who baby that is.
He was playing mind games, telling me he was going back to school, but he was making it work with his ex.
I was making it work with my ex.
I went back on the market.
My daddy died, Your Honor. My dad and my ex-daddy died a day apart, right? So when my ex and my daddy died a day apart, I came to comfort her. I'm hearing so much stuff about her going on in the neighborhood. She was talking to this dude, that dude. I'm like, look, when I did find out she was pregnant, I'm like, it can't be my baby. She doing all these things and got sugar daddies and all that. Come on, be real with yourself. You know that ain't my child.
And so hold on. I want to get this. Miss Williams, at that time, then you say you went back on the market.
I went back on the market because he was lying like he was also going to school.
And he was stay on the market.
His phone had called me numerous of times with the moans and groans in the background talking about, baby, I love you, and so far on.
Wait, the moans and the groans in the background?
Of the sex communication.
Of the sex communication.
And he said that was the radio. I know the difference in the radio and the moan and groan.
Wait, how did you hear that?
His phone mistakenly called me.
Oh!
And I sat on there being nosy and listen.
That's a butt dial of a monumental proportion.
Big proportions.
That's a naked butt dial.
Yeah, that's a naked butt dial. You're absolutely correct.
She knew the type of person I was when she first met me, Your Honor. She knew I really wasn't no one-woman man. She knew that when she first met me.
You weren't a one-woman's man when I met you, but you wanted to be a one-woman's man once you found out what type of good woman I was. It's why you took me off the market,
How you was a good woman and you run around with several other different men?
Because you wanted to put a baby in me. You came back crying and moaning and groaning once you found out that didn't work on the other side. The green wasn't so green over there.
How you know I put a baby in you? How you know if when one of these dudes
Because when we conceived Ralph Glover III, you came home and said, we're gonna make this work. And we did not use protection, and we normally do.
Only reason.
Hold on, let's just pause. You broke up when he was consoling his ex. You went back on the market. So you admittedly were having sex with other people then. You were back on the market doing what you want to do.
No, that's not correct. I wasn't having sex. I just got full time with my sugar daddy.
No dude don't give you no $3,900 just to be talking to you. And who wants you like that?
You knew he was giving me this $3,900. Insecure.
Hold on.
He needs to man up and take care of his responsibility and stop making excuses.
Let's talk one at a time. You all like got a little routine. It's like back and forth. Little blue on, little bow, little hair bow, match your little tuxedo shirt.
She love this style. Like,
yeah, I love
Your
it.
Honor. He knew that he couldn't find no woman as good as me on the market. It's why he came crying back. If he could find anything better than me, he would have never put himself in a predicament to even be the father of Ralph Glover III.
You chasing me around the hood.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You got back together and you found out you were pregnant.
Correct.
When you found out you were pregnant, you told him, you said, hey, Ralph, I'm pregnant. How did you tell him? Take me to that day.
I told him, no, he knew before me. He said, you know you pregnant. When I went to the doctor and found out, he was like, yeah, we gonna be a family. Oh, I hope it's a boy, because he already got a daughter. So it went on. He was going to doctor visits. We moved out of town. We moved to a whole nother place to make our family work. And then that's when Ralph got very insecure. I was always cheating. If I didn't answer the phone, I was cheating.
All right, so now pause, Ms. Williams. Mr. Glover, I want you to respond. You are saying that you're convinced that during these times you were apart, when you were broken up, she was also having sex with other people.
Yes, ma'am.
And so how is it you know that? Why are you so convinced?
Because when me and her, we started talking or whatever, but when we got back together, she left, and when she left and she came back, she started, you know, she just was always defensive about everything. She always had an attitude about everything. And then when she let me finish, when she came back, I was thinking like, it always rolled the back of my mind. That's why I said.
It was riding in the back of your mind because you were oohing and eyeing.
Look, but at the same time, it always ran in the back of my mind. It was something about this situation. Because if she never let me do it, all of a sudden, she trying to pin the baby on me so she can have this mind right here.
No, I agreed
she wanted this
to
mind
let you
since
finish.
the first day
it was
she met me.
your decision.
Since the first day she met me, she always wanted me. She always chased me around every city, every spot I ever went to. She always, where you going to? Where you gonna be at? She always been that type of person. So that just let me know right then.
You
she
always
me
try to
finish
run around and use your rap career and try to say that I want to trap you. That's why we here today, to prove you wrong, that I'm not trapping you.
Yeah,
now,
we
you
gotta
knew
prove
from the
that
beginning,
today, then.
Ralph, when
We
you
gotta
first
prove
met
that
me
today.
now, I was a good hustler getting my own good money. And I don't need you for nothing. Us being together is a decision. It's not nothing that I need.
Be real.
We being real.
It ain't nothing that you need, but I am something that you want.
So, Ms. Williams, is it your testimony that you were not sleeping with this other man?
Correct.
You weren't sleeping with any other man?
Correct.
Mr. Glover.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought a witness.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to hear from this witness. Jerome, can you please escort Ms. Rachel Nolan into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Hey, come with me.
State your name for the court.
Rachel Nolan.
Ms. Nolan, you are Mr. Glover's sister.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are here because you have testimony regarding her relationship with this sugar daddy.
Baby. When it comes to a sugar daddy, a daddy ain't gonna be there unless you giving him some sugar.
That's incorrect.
Right.
Oh.
How you gonna say that?
So
when you
do you know if she was giving him some sugar?
For one, her and my brother, they got into a verbal disagreement at the end of December 2016.
Yeah.
Jaleesa called me. She asked me, could I go by their place to pick her up some clothing? So I said, of course, yeah, I'll go by your house. Send me the address. Shoot me the address. And I brought some footage of the location.
You brought an exhibit?
Yes, ma'am.
Please step up and explain to the court what this evidence shows.
Okay. This is the hotel of the location that Jaleesa sent me. So I called her once I reached the hotel. She said, well, I'm coming down. So once she came out the front door, which is under this foyer, this is my vehicle. I then pulled under the foyer. Jaleesa got into the vehicle. We had a brisk talk. She was talking. She looked distressed, not stressed. Looked like she had just been roughhousing. So then, after she got her clothes off the back seat, she exited the vehicle very fast. I got to this edge, looked to the right. Dun, 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 dun. This is the vehicle that belongs to the man in question.
Oh.
Sad situation.
That's incorrect, Your Honor.
That's very correct. If it was
So
a test
you
I
think she wouldn't let you up into the room with her because this sugar daddy was up there?
you got the winning question.
I didn't let her in because I wasn't all the way checked in. He was only paying for this hotel because my debit card was left off
You can
at
pay
the
for
house.
a hotel over the phone with a debit card. He doesn't have to be there.
Me and Ralph was in an altercation. I left quick, fast, and in a hurry. I didn't have time to grab my debit card. It wasn't inside of my purse.
So it's your testimony that this sugar daddy was only there to help you get this room, but he never came up to the room and you were not intimate with him.
Correct.
So how close in proximity was this day to the day, Mr. Glover, you say she was trying to trap you?
She let me her the next day, so I know it's a lie. That's why I say I cut the cake right there. It ain't my baby. We can go on leave now.
Yeah, because we was already arguing about him not coming home the day before.
It's a sad situation. You a sad person.
Now you
yourself.
sitting up here denying all this about this baby when you been there the whole 9 months. So why all of a sudden he in question only when you mad?
Well, let's be clear.
And how can you say something and you threw the baby shower? If you was in doubt, why did you proceed with this?
My point exactly. I look at you like a sister, and I'm not finna step in y'all business and tell my brother something if I hadn't got correct facts with you. I'm not.
Well,
gonna
you
tell
shouldn't
him
have
nothing
never
off
claimed him
assumption.
And
if
keep
you
it
was in
real.
doubt.
You told me that I wasn't the father. Just
All right.
be real. You
All right,
told me.
hold
I
on.
wasn't the
Let's
father.
You
get
kept
some
saying he wasn't
order.
yours and accusing
Let's
me.
get some order. When I start talking, you stop talking. Y'all got so much to say. Kills me. They get up in this courtroom, all of a sudden everybody want to have conversation with one another. If y'all were going to do that, y'all should have had conversation about getting a DNA test and figuring out if the child's father is Mr. Glover or not, and you wouldn't even need to be here.
Well, I ain't
Now
throwing
all
it
of a
down.
sudden we get into
He
this.
should've
Hold
did
on,
that.
hold on. Now all of a sudden we get in court, everybody got something to say. The point is, you're saying, Mr. Glover, that for 10 months, this child is named after you.
Yeah, mom.
But for 10 months, every time you hold this beautiful baby, in the back of your mind, you thinking, is it not?
It's
But when
always
it's
stuck in the
not,
back of my mind. When she
it's not
told
in
me the
question.
baby was my baby, it's automatically stuck in the back of my
She
mind.
told you the baby wasn't
Yeah,
yours?
she told me the
When
baby
was
wasn't
that?
mine. That's around the same time we was getting into it and all the stuff like that. Yeah,
I told him
around
that in
time.
February that it wasn't his baby.
And then my thing is,
Why did I
would
tell him
you
it
do
wasn't
that?
his baby?
Why would you tell him
Because
it's not
every
his
day
baby?
he talking about when he want to leave the house, it's not his baby. So I told him, yeah, it's not your baby then.
Well, you know you can't unring that bell.
You right.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yeah, around when I signed the birth certificate, she looked me in my eye and said, do I really want to sign the birth certificate? I knew something was in the back of her head. Like, it was something that didn't really meet the eye. So I think in her heart, she really wanted to tell me the baby wasn't mine. It just been a whole lot going on.
What if Ralph Glover III is not your biological son? What are you gonna do?
I'm throwing the tools. I really just can't, because she'll hurt me in the situation that I ever been hurt before. Like, and it's just being real about the whole situation.
So, Ms. Williams, you maintain throughout this hearing that you weren't intimate with anybody else.
Correct.
And so the fact that you were caught in a hotel with the other man there, you admit to all of that, but you still say, I didn't sleep with this man?
Correct, Your Honor.
Sound like a lot of me.
You know what? I've heard enough. I've heard enough. I'm ready for the results.
After these results, I need an apology from both of y'all.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Williams versus Glover Jr., When it comes to 10-month-old Ralph Glover III, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Glover, you are the father.
So where's my apology? Clap this apology on over this way. Come on. Clout it. I'm listening.
Hey, you gotta stop
Is
lying.
you gonna man up and apologize
I'm a man
for all
up
the
take care of my
denying
baby.
of my
But that
child?
don't mean I'm still gonna be with you though.
You don't have to be with me,
take care
but
of
you
my
gonna
baby.
be with him. But you gonna be on
Take care
child
of my
support.
baby. I
you
love
don't do
him
what's
from day
right.
one. I love him from day one.
Listen.
Being a
glad
good
this is my
man
baby.
has nothing to do with being a good father. Visits is not being a good father. Making sure needs are taken care of and visits is being a good father.
Well, listen, the real work begins now because you have to co-parent.
You're right.
You've got to make that child more important than whatever little silly argument you all want to have.
Man.
So while I'm an adult and I can look at you all and laugh and see how you all are being over the top, that may not be the way the baby interprets that spiritually. You all got to correct that. And I want you to talk to Dr. Jeff and I want you to figure out how to do it. I'm serious now. It's been a lot of joking, but I don't play around when it comes to kids. Let's get this thing together. Let's be the parents I know you can be. I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.